Since ancient times, there have been extraordinary evidence of beings visiting Earth that possess far more advanced technology beyond even that of today. Until recently, governments from around the world have hidden or classified evidence of modern-day extraterrestrial visitors. Are we alone? Hi folks, and welcome back to The Storm and Cellar. Between Jules Verne's science fiction novels of space exploration and Orson Welles' 1938 radio broadcast of War of the Worlds, which sent Americans fleeing their homes to safety from a Martian invasion, the world has been sensitized to the fact that there is a possibility of extraterrestrials. Extraterrestrial visits to Earth have been brought to us on TV and theaters for decades. TV shows and movies such as Project UFO, E.T., The X-Files, The Invaders, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind have made us, if not internalizing the possibility, they definitely made us aware of it. Now, I'm not here to validate the existence of aliens from beyond our solar system, but to point out some interesting facts which have transpired since the 1947 crash in Roswell, New Mexico, and then let you decide. The Roswell Incident is definitely the pinnacle for the ever-increasing millions of believers in extraterrestrials that exist today. The fact whether it was a balloon or a spacecraft that crashed on a ranch in New Mexico, it was reported to Roswell Army Airfield. Afterward, it was Major Marcel that was assigned to the matter and collected the debris from the crash site. Marcel up-channeled his findings to the incident all the way to General Ramey, who ordered it immediately to be sent to Fort Worth Army Airfield in B-29. This seems a bit excessive to fly a crashed balloon in a B-29, but okay. Here's the interesting part. The 509th Operations Group Public Information Officer, Captain Halt, reported to the press that it was in fact a silver disc that crashed, and the next day he revised the story of it being a balloon. Now, I can't confirm or deny, but it's been widely thought that President Harry Truman mysteriously disappeared from a Las Vegas event to travel via car to Roswell to ensure that no evidence of the crash site remained. I find this interesting because shortly thereafter, due to President Truman's interest in the crash, he ordered then Secretary of Defense James Forrestal to set up a top-secret organization called Operation Majestic 12. Headed by Vannevar Bush, a leading Manhattan Project figure and the inventor of the forerunner of the modern-day computer. Other members included Twining and Vandenberg and, of course, SecDef Forrestal, who later became a liability to the government when he was diagnosed with depression and was reportedly highly concerned with the UFO incident. He admitted himself into the Bethesda Naval Hospital and, while on a real road to recovery, mysteriously fell 13 floors to his death at the hospital. Also in 1947, a collaborative memo by Albert Einstein, father of general relativity, and Robert Oppenheimer, father of the atomic bomb, two of the most distinguished and renowned scientists in America, wrote the general principles for peacefully interacting with alien beings. I'm sure they either got soused one night on some good old German schnapps or truly had some inside information. Another interesting figure was Dr. von Braun, who NASA considered the father of rocket science. When he was once asked how Germany was able to be so advanced in rocket technology, he replied, "They gave it to us," something he never repeated again. Another interesting figure is Bob Lazar, who told a Las Vegas TV station in 1989 that while working at Area 51, a top secret location, to reverse engineer extraterrestrial technology, he actually saw flying saucers and hangars and saw metallic element 115, so heavy it couldn't be synthesized on Earth. Ironically, it was recreated by Russian scientists 14 years later. Although never proven, Lazar's anti-gravity theory, which blocks air resistance and would allow an aircraft or spacecraft to accelerate to extremely high speeds and make sharp turns and stop and start quickly, would definitely answer the question of what we're seeing today. Although supposedly the theory has not been proven, The U.S. military and aircraft manufacturers have been testing anti-gravity research and development, if not technologies, since the 1950s. As for Lazar, shortly after he went public, the FBI went after him big time for aiding and abetting prostitution and for shipping restricted chemicals across state lines. My question would be, how would someone with such a shady life receive the highest security clearance to work in Area 51? Or did the FBI, who have recently been shown unreliable in their conduct, trying to shut Lazar down? So where are we now with UFOs? First, the Pentagon finally released numerous videos taken from U.S. Navy fighter jets and fleet ship radar which surfaced. My question is, after thousands of sightings that have been proven to be by virtue of speed and rapid heading changes, UFOs are now called UAPs or unidentified aerial phenomena, why has the U.S. government decided to release this information to the public? Well, when President Trump signed off on the coronavirus relief and government funding bill in December 2020, he also directed the Department of Defense, intelligence agencies, and others to also produce a detailed report of UAP's data and intelligence. This act has never occurred by any other president. In fact, it's been a close hold and denied secret for decades. Recently, the Pentagon's UAP chief, Dr. Travis Taylor, announced that he believes there's a mothership who's sending probes all over the world. Also, he says he's seen more mystery objects than he can count. Now, this dude is either smoking some wacky tobacco,
man, that's good shit,
or he's clued in on some real hot extraterrestrial information. Actually, if you look up intelligence in the dictionary, this guy's picture's there. He has more degrees than a dog has fleas, to include a BS in electrical engineering from Auburn, an MS in physics at the University of Alabama, Huntsville, a PhD in optical science and engineering, and a Master of Science in Engineering in Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. He then completed a Master of Science in Astronomy at the University of Western Sydney before earning a second PhD from the University of Alabama, Huntsville in Aerospace Engineering. He's also a pretty cool guy on the History Channel. There have been hundreds of military fighter and commercial pilots who have seen these UFOs or UAPs and never reported it because of the repercussions they would most assuredly affect their careers. Two very notable guys who's come forward with information on UAPs and then was privy to information is Canadian Minister of Defense Paul Hellyer and John Podesta. Podesta, who served as White House Chief of Staff to President Clinton and counselor to President Barack Obama. Both add some credence to the existence of extraterrestrials. Okay, whether you think there are aliens visiting Earth or some sort of political hype, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and hook a brother up by subscribing to my channel to help it grow. Hit the little bell to be notified of future videos. I'd also like to know what you think by leaving your comments below. So, are we alone? Until next time, make sure your takeoff and landing's equal.